Broadcast brought to you by Stones Radio Networks. Coming to you live from beautiful campus of American River College in Sacramento, California. Today's game is sponsored by United Rentals, Ace Body and Towing, the Lincoln Potters Baseball Club, Grateful Bread, Super Taco, and Taylor Builders. To get you ready for today's matchup, let's send it up to the booth to the legend, Mark the Phantom Lowe, to bring you all of today's action.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is a good afternoon, a beautiful afternoon here on campus at American River College in lovely Sacramento, California. It is the Big 8 Conference matchup between the American River College Beavers and the Sierra College Wolverines. Both teams looking for a victory here as we're about one-third of the way through the conference schedule. The Wolverines are at 4-5, 8-15 overall, while the Beavers are 12-11 overall, but just 3-6 in conference play. Bree Romero, who has pitched most of the season for the Beavers, she is 10-6 with a 2.85 ERA. Did miss a couple of games in the middle of the season. Faith Waltrip filled in very ably, but Bree Romero is back for the Beavers, who are coming off a split of their doubleheader over the weekend against Folsom Lake College, while Sierra has lost 4 in a row, 3 of those in conference action. And the alarming thing for the Wolverines, they haven't scored a run in those 3 games, but the good thing is they've only lost the 3 by an aggregate score of 8-0. So their pitching is actually excellent, and it's been the bats that have been a little quiet for the Wolverines. They'll be looking to turn that around, and we will look at our first batter is the second baseman. It is Riley Ernst, and she will start us off here, the sophomore from Rio Americano High School. Left-handed hitter against Bree Romero. The gray of Sierra College, the white for the Beavers. First pitch is outside, and we are underway here on a nice afternoon here at American River College. We got baseball going on to our left. The Beavers taking on Feather River in an out-of-conference action. And there's 2-0 on Riley Ernst. Hitting at .310, Riley is, with 6 runs batted in on the season, a sophomore, mentioned from Rio Americano. And she is up in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Maya Quick will follow her, and then Kaylee Lugowski, the first 3. That one is just a little bit high. Romero, 80 strikeouts and 30 base on balls in 110 innings pitched. As we mentioned, she had a foot injury that she incurred in the first of a 2-game or a doubleheader against Consumers River a couple weeks ago. It caused her to miss a couple of games, and that is a 4-pitch walk. And Ernst is down at first base. We mentioned the Wolverines very hungry for a conference run, and so Ernst starts it off with a walk. And here's Maya Quick, the shortstop, hitting at a .221 clip with 5 runs batted in, a sophomore out of Roseville. Also hitting from the left side against Bree Romero. That is a little bit high, as Mackenzie Smith behind the plate for the Beavers today. Kayla Adams over at third. Bella Garcia at short, Savannah Haynes at second, Madison Demon at first, Riley Meyer in right, Alexa Garcia in center, Elizabeth Popick is out in left. As we mentioned, Smith behind the plate. That is a strike in there to even the count up on Maya Quick. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bree Romero on the hill. And behind the plate is Mackenzie Smith. Ernst walks on 4 pitches, or 1-1 now on Maya Quick. Runners going, the bunt is set down in front. It's Adams throwing it to first. Nice sacrifice by Maya Quick. Moves Ernst over to second base. Kayla Adams making the play. And so with the runner at second, and now 1 out, Kaylee Lugowski is the hitter, batting at .282. Kaylee with a pair of home runs and 9 runs batted in, a sophomore from Del Oro High School. Right-handed hitter, the first right-hander in the lineup for the Sierra College Wolverines. She's followed by Kendall Manley, who's on the hill today, hitting cleanup and also pitching for Sierra College. Ernst at second, 1 out, getting started here. Nice looking pitch right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. We'll take a look at the batting order for the Wolverines after this pitch. I got my guy Chris Toy is all over it. Check swing did not go, so it's 1-1. Let's take a look at that lineup. As we said, Kaylee Lugowski at the plate right now. 2 home runs, 9 batted in. But Manley is the power, 371 in the order. Maddie Redinger also with a home run. She hits 300. And down at the bottom, it's Keilani Hernandez batting ninth, batting at 269, and she is behind the plate. Sophie Mendoza is the first baseman for the Wolverines. She is flexed out. There's a pop-up on the infield. Adams calls for it, and she snatches it out of the air for the second out. Big out there for Bree Romero to get Lugowski. Defensive alignment, as we said, Popick, Garcia, and Meyer in the outfield. Adams, Garcia, Haynes, and Demon on the infield. Bree Romero on the mound, and Mackenzie Smith is behind the plate, the freshman out of Stagg High School. Manley takes that off-speed pitch for a strike. Kendall, 371, a home run, and 9 batted in. She comes to us from Del Oro High School as well. She's a sophomore. Maddie Redinger on deck. That's high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice crowd out here. As we mentioned, got baseball going off to our left. Beavers did, I think, take an early lead in that one. But it looks like the Feather River squad has a little something going here as we look out our press box door. Even count 1-1 on Kendall Manley. Hits it high in the air to left field. Looks like there'll be room out there in left field for Popick. She gets it right on the warning track. So there was room, but not a lot. Manley hit it well, but we're out in the top of the first. 1 runner, no runs. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Wolverines nothing. The Beavers coming to bat.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
Bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Bottom of the first inning, Beavers coming to the plate after Bree Romero shuts down the Wolverines with just the base on balls and a long fly from Kendall Manley. Bella Garcia, our hitter, then Riley Meyer, Mackenzie Smith. Bella hitting at a 420 clip, shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's inside 1-0. Let's take a look at that lineup for the Beavers. Batting-wise, Garcia, Riley Meyer has been hot lately. She's at 355. Mackenzie Smith at 422. Kayla Adams with 4 home runs at 403, and Alexa Garcia with 6 home runs at 355. Elizabeth Popick and Faith Waltrip is batting ninth. She's the DP for the Beavers today. As we get started, a foul ball by Garcia evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. Two and one now. Garcia, a sophomore out of Rockland High School, batting at 420. Manley delivers to the line, drive to the right of second base hit. That'll go all the way to the fence. Garcia's thinking 3. She comes around second. The ball picked up in right center. She'll have it with a head first dive, and she is at third. The ball gets away, but well backed up out there by the Wolverines. And so Garcia hit it to the right of second baseman Riley Ernst and got it into that right center field alley there. Picked up by Jones finally and getting it in, but Garcia is in at third with the triple. Let's take a look at that defensive alignment if we can. We're just going to take just a second here as we move things around and welcome Riley Meyer to the plate. 355, 3 home runs for Riley and 13 batted in. She hits that one, pops it up short left center field, going out left field, coming in, and that ball's going to drop in. Meyer never stopped going. She pulls into second with an RBI double, and the Beavers are on the board. They lead it 1-0. Beautiful placement by Riley Meyer. And Garcia scores easily, and the Beavers are on the board with 2 hits and a run, and they lead it 1-0. Kendall Manley 2-3 on the season. 2.83 ERA, very impressive. 41 strikeouts, 13 walks, and 47 innings pitched. But Garcia with the triple, and then Meyer drops in the double. Check swing by Mackenzie Smith. They're going to ask, and it's going to be, she went around. So Smith, a freshman, out of Stagg High School, batting at .422 with a pair of home runs and 14 runs batted in. She moved quickly into that number 3 spot in the batting order for Coach Delgado, and she's been there for a while now. She swings and fouls that one into the catcher's glove, 0-2. Kayla Adams on deck, also swinging a hot bat at over 400. Right now it's all about Mackenzie Smith. 0-2 pitch, check swing, inside corner, beautiful pitch by Manley, call strike 3. So Mackenzie Smith is out on strikes. Meyer still out at second base.
Number 21, Kayla Adams.
Meyer picked up her 14th run batted in. It's a little squibber down the first base line. It's fair. Nice play over there by Mendoza. Meyer's going to go to third, but Adams is out unassisted, and it'll bring up Alexa Garcia. Let's take a quick look, if we can, at that defensive alignment. Saucedo in left. It's Lugowski in center. Bailey Jones in right. Maddie Renninger at third. Maya Quick, the shortstop. Riley Ernst at second. Mendoza at first base. Behind the plate, Kalani Hernandez and Kendall Manley is on the hill. And here's Alexa Garcia. Half dozen home runs, 23 batted in for Alexa at .355. Small victory for the Wolverines if they can keep Meyer from scoring, as the Beavers started out with a triple and a double. Since then, a strikeout and a ground out to first base. Alexa, a sophomore from Rockland. She swings and fouls that one on into the catcher's glove. 1 ball and 1 strike. Savannah Haynes on deck, the number 6 hitter. Alexa lets it go, and that one gets off the catcher's glove. Coming to the plate is Meyer head first. She's going to score on the wild pitch, and the Beavers lead it 2-0. Big break right there for the Beavers, as that ball, a rise ball off the glove of Hernandez behind the plate. Line drive right into the glove at third base of Renninger, and that's the inning. Well hit by Garcia, but nothing doing there as Renninger snatches it out of the air, but not before the Beavers come through with 2 runs on 2 hits. We go to the second inning. Beavers up 2-0.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor? Oh, crap. Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't
And
really
then run away.
Yeah.
I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that. 'Cause
Generally,
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy. You
Yeah.
see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. That's why I have so many jobs, because people think I'm funny when they're driving home. Top of inning number 2 from Becky Russ Field on the campus of American River College. It's Maddie Renninger, then Bailey Jones, and Sofia Saucedo, the first 3 hitters for the Wolverines against Bree Romero. Romero walked Riley Ernst to open the game, but then got a sacrifice from Quick, pop out from Lugowski, and a long fly from Manley. Renninger hitting at an even 300 with 5 runs batted in. Maddie, a sophomore from Oakmont High School, playing third base. Takes that one in there for a strike. A little bender there by Romero. Looked like it was going to go too high. Settled perfectly in the strike zone. Evens it up 1-1 on Renninger with Bailey Jones to follow. Foul back out of play on the screen. Almost would have got over the screen. I think we would have seen the great Stones McCoy, who is doubling today as the PA announcer for the game, as the great Matt Pearson is working the baseball game, which I was informed the Beavers are trailing in that game, and I'm not very happy about that. I'll have to talk to Coach Jay about that at some later date. But Stones is doing the PA, and I would have been interested to see how he handled a fly ball back into the press box. 1-2 pitch is too high, 2-2. We give Matt a bad time over his. Well, if you're familiar with the Monty Python and the Holy Grail, you're familiar with the term run away, which is what he did when it came up here. He has since tried to validate himself a little bit by pretending to go after a couple, which weren't very close. But we'll see if we can get him replaced up here defensively anyway by Stones. 2-2 pitch, and she stuck her bat right over the plate there, so I would be surprised if this is a hit batter. Although the umpire seems to think it is. I didn't think it was, to be honest with you. I'm sure. I thought it hit the bat, and I thought she stuck it right over the inside corner, but it's a hit batter on Renninger because nobody seems to want to pay attention to my nonsensical rantings. So here's Bailey Jones. Bailey playing in right field today, comes to us from Wood Creek High School over in Roseville, hitting at a 250 clip. And runner at first and nobody out. She takes that strike, 0-1. Wasn't too much outcry from the Beavers dugout, so I imagine that the umpire, as they do, I would say 98.6% of the time got it right. I don't know. We'll have to work on the numbers. Renninger at first base. She's going. The pitch is in there for a strike. The throw is going to be too late to second base. It gets into center field, well backed up, though, by Garcia. And Renninger got himself a nice jump there, and she motors into second base. Not much Mackenzie Smith could have done about that one. And again, where Wolverines are looking for their first conference run, as they have been shut out 3 times in a row. Once was an 11-inning affair. They lost 1-0 to Cosumnes River College. And then they were blanked. It's going to be 0-2, it looks like. They were blanked by Delta in a doubleheader. 5-0 and 2-0. Swing and miss. Got her on strikes. Big strikeout for Romero there as Jones goes down and brings up Sofia Saucedo, freshman from Antelope, batting 179. Sofia's out in left field today. Wolverines with the sharp gray jerseys and pants and the red numbers, the white outline. Much more pleasant color combo than we've seen on some of the men's teams lately. Huh, crazy. That one is a little bit too low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes on Saucedo. Peyton Jones on deck, the designated player for Coach Taylor Martinez. And the Sierra College Wolverines, Lisa Delgado, head coach for the Beavers. Of course, co-head coach is Felix Vigil. That is a little bit outside for a ball, 2-0. Emily Smith, Colleen Marchi, Joe Asaro, Mallory Moeller, Rianne Martinez, and Tony Whipke helping out Coach Martinez for the Wolverines. And on the other side, it's Thomas Agabid and Jason Meyer backing up the coaches. That is down low, 3-0. Saucedo batting in the number 7 spot. Just a freshman. That one is in there for a strike. 3-1. Renninger hit by a pitch, stole at second. She is at second base with one out. Nice looking pitch inside corner, 3-2. Madison Denman was playing up at first base with one strike. She moves back even with the bag, a little bit behind it, as Kaylee Adams the same way over at third. Outfield is deep and pretty much straight away, but deep in center, deep in left for Sophia. Foul. Beavers have a doubleheader with Diablo Valley coming up on the road in Pleasant Hill. That'll be on Thursday. That's popped up. It'll get out of play to our right, just over the bleachers over there. So it could be a big week for the Beavers if they can pull this one off. And then Diablo Valley, I don't believe, has won a conference game yet, although they've been into most of their games, very close. Beavers won't be back here until Friday, March 29th, taking on Santa Rosa in a doubleheader. We'll bring that one to you here on ARC Athletics. That's popped up. That's going to stay in play, but foul for Demon, and Madison makes the catch for the second out. ARC Athletics YouTube, also Stones Radio Network's YouTube. Like them, subscribe to them so you never miss a game. We thank all of those who've jumped on the subscriber train since we started doing American River College Athletics about 2 years ago. Here's Peyton Jones. Just 15 at-bats, 2 hits for Peyton so far this season, so she hasn't had a lot of swings. Just a freshman at Reed High School. Renninger still at second base. That's a little bit too high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Our next broadcast will be actually next Tuesday. We'll be back over at the baseball field, as AR will get back into conference play after they beat Shasta yesterday on the road, and I think they go to West Valley tomorrow. Took something off that one in there for a strike. And they are entertaining Feather River today, but next week it's back to conference, and we'll have a 2 o'clock start on Tuesday for you. One ball, 2 strikes. Kehlani Hernandez to follow. That's called strike 3. Another excellent pitch by Romero. That is her second strikeout, second of the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Beavers still lead at 2-0.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Towne. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Bottom of the second inning. First pitch on the way from Manly inside to Savannah Haynes. Savannah leads us off with Madison Denman and Elizabeth Popick to follow. Beavers with a triple and a double to start the game. Meyer scored on a wild pitch, so they are up 2-0. Haynes at 235. Hits that one out to right field. That's a fair ball. Nice play out in right field by Bailey Jones. Haynes is going to have herself a single. That one easily could have got by here down the line. Would have probably been 3 bases, but Jones with a great job snagged in that one. But Haynes still with the base hit. Third hit for the Beavers today, and here's Madison Demon, whose average is at 250 with 8 runs batted in. Freshman from Rio Americano, was down in the high hundreds and low 200s for a while. She's brought it back up. She shows bunt. She bunts it right back at the mound, picked up by the third baseman. Nicely done. That's Redinger picking it up, and Demon's going to get the sacrifice. Moving Savannah Haynes to second base, so Madison does her job, and that'll bring up Elizabeth Popick. Hitting in the 8th spot, Elizabeth with an impressive .333 batting average and 9 runs batted in. Freshman from Wood Creek, left-handed hitter, steps in against Kendall Manley. With Haynes now at second base. Popick takes outside. Nice block behind the plate by Alani Hernandez there. 1 ball and no strikes. Number 9 hitter is Faith Waltrip. She's the DP today. Outfield a little shaded to the left for Elizabeth Popick. Medium deep. That's a little too high. Took something off that one. 2-0. Manley again 2-3 on the season. An impressive 2.83 earned run average. 41 strikeouts and 13 walks in 47 innings. Picked up a strikeout back in the first inning as well. Popick takes that one right down the middle. That's the one you're waiting for right there, 2-0. Two balls, 1 strike. Elizabeth takes it outside. Close pitch, just misses outside. A good eye by Popick. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a foul ball into the catcher's glove. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So full count to Elizabeth Popick here. 1 out in the second inning. Beavers trying to expand on a 2-0 lead. Elizabeth takes outside, and she gets the base on balls and didn't miss by much, just like the earlier pitch, but she is down at first base, first and second. And here comes Faith Waltrip, the designated player.
Faith Waltrip.
Did a great job filling in for Bree Romero when Bree was on the sidelines. Faith went 2-2 on the mound. She's hitting .237. Fouls that one off. Has driven in 3 runs on the season. First and second, 1 out. Top of the order, that's Bella Garcia on deck. Faith takes inside. 1-1. I don't think I would have been able to play softball. There's too many number combinations. They give pitchers 3 digits. The third base coach just gave Faith 3 digits there as a sign. I don't think I'd be smart enough to play. That's in there for a strike. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Popick and the sprinter stance over at first base. Faith hits one foul down the right field line. Two on, 1 out here in the second inning. Faith Waltrip hitting in the number 9 spot as a designated player. Takes that one low, and it's going to get back to the screen, and that's going to move both runners up. So another wild pitch, and that has been critical so far. And now we're going to have the home plate umpire go talk to his compadre out there on the bases. And I think he's going to check and make sure that there's only 1 out on the scoreboard. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Faith Hicks inside and low again. Full count on Faith Waltrip. Beavers trying to get a couple more here to help out Bree Romero in a win that they definitely would love to have here. Coming off, as we said, that doubleheader split. And they won the second game against Folsom Lake. Dropped the first one. Kind of went up and hit that one high pitch there to Faith, but she couldn't afford to let it go, so she fouls it out of play, spoils it, if you will. She is alive to swing another day. Line drive right field. That is down for a base hit. 1 run scores. It goes all the way by. It's going to go to the fence. 2 runs are in. Waltrip is still going. She's going to turn around second, head for third. She slides in. She is in there. A 2-run triple for Faith Waltrip, and the Beavers all of a sudden lead this one 4-0. Hit it perfectly in the perfect spot, just like Haynes hit it, but that one was a little bit further to the left of Jones in right field.
Now batting from Rockland High School, number 13, Bella Garcia.
2 RBIs for Faith Waltrip. She now has 5. And here's Bella Garcia, who tripled her first time up. A hard shot to the right of second base that went all the way to the right center field fence. She takes that one high for a ball, 1-0. There's a little line drive right to the shortstop for the first out. I'm sorry, for the second out. So 2 outs and Riley Meyer coming to the plate. Meyer with a double her first time up. Beavers would really like to capitalize on that runner at third base. Garcia tried to put one over Quick's head at shortstop, just didn't get enough of it. So 2 outs, and here's Riley Meyer, who doubled in a run her first time. Hits a line drive down the right field line. That is a base hit again. This one, Jones is all over. Gets it back in, but Meyer with another RBI. Here's second of the day. The Beavers score for the 3rd time in the inning, and they lead it now 5-0. Mackenzie Smith comes up to the plate.
The catcher.
Mackenzie took a call, 3rd strike, her first time up.
High School, Mackenzie Smith.
And a meeting at the mound for the Wolverines. We're going to step aside for just a second as the umpire is going to watch the meeting and let it go. We are in the bottom of the second. Beavers lead. And we are back as the conversation on the mound is over. Mackenzie Smith comes to the plate. 422 coming in, has 14 runs batted in. Pulls that one back in the steal at second base by Riley Meyer, and she almost overran second base into left field, but she manages to stop in time. It gets herself a stolen base. Ball got away at the plate. See if it was called. I think it was called a ball. Let's see. Looks like she pulled the bat back. Meyer took off and just went crazy into second base. She was going to slide, decided not to. But she's in scoring position now. That's a nice looking pitch in there for a strike. Evens it up at 1-1. Beavers 5 runs on 5 hits. 2 RBI for Riley Meyer, 2 for Faith Waltrip. That's a little bit too high. 2-1 now. Kayla Adams to follow as the Beavers lead at 5-0 here. Early going from Becky Russfield. Just a little bit high again. 3-1. McKenzie, a freshman out of Stagg High School in Stockton. Hit sharply but foul down the third base line. Sophia Saucedo is going to have to chase that one down as we go full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. Stones McCoy doing his stand-up comedy act up here as he carries off the PA duties. High and outside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning from Manley. And here's Kayla Adams, who grounded out to first base her first time up.
Baseman, number 21, Kayla Adams.
Freshman out of Rockland High School, and we're going to have a meeting at the mound, which I believe, let's see, this time the coach is involved, so we will, this looks like a long one. They're digging in for a long one, so let's step away. Again, we are in the bottom of the second. Beavers threatening, and they lead it already 5-0.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Getting ready to get back to action here. Bottom of the second inning. Meeting is over at the mound. And Manley will face Kayla Adams. He's the 8th batter of the inning. 3 runs on 3 hits. We have a runner at first, Mackenzie Smith. We have Riley Meyer out at second. That one is inside for a ball. Adams 403 coming in with 4 home runs and 28 runs batted in. She hits that one a little squibber off the glove of the pitcher, picked up at third by Renninger. Nice play, Maddie Renninger, to throw her out at first for the third out. 3 runs, 3 hits for the Beavers. We go to the top of the third. Beavers lead at 5-0.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
Fast flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Top of the third inning from Becky Russfield. Mark the Phantom Low here with you. Chris Toy in the controls. Our boss, Stones McCoy, doing the PA announcing today. And we are ready to go with the top of the third. Kalani Hernandez will start us off, and then Riley Ernst and Maya Quick. 9-1-2 for the Wolverines, who's had runners on in both innings. That's a strike. Got a walk in the first inning, hit batter in the second. I have not been able to push a run across as of yet. Hernandez, 268. She is the catcher out of Antelope High. That one just misses that outside corner. 1-1. Little pop-up. Adams running in to try to get it. She's going to get it in foul territory for the first out. Nice off-speed pitch from Romero. And Hernandez is down with the pop-up. Riley Ernst will be the hitter. She walked her first time up. It looks like, Chris Toy, that is rugby practice or something way out there and right out past right field, because the ball is bouncing a weird way. So that's the only hint I have, that it's not a normal ball. And they just look like nobody's hitting anybody, though, so that's not rugby-like. Probably just because it's practice and they need to save it for the weekend. Here's Ernst. It's a sharp grounder foul down the first base line. The first base coach makes a feeble effort at it, and I've got to give him a 4.5 out of 10. I gave him 4 for the effort, 5 for bending over, 0.5 for bending over. And that's all. And that was being very generous. Riley Ernst, a sophomore from Rio Americano High School, and she's going to bunt that one down the third base line. Adams picks it up, can't get it out of her hand. It's going to be safe at first base. Kayla had it in time, had to do a little bit of a double clutch, and Ernst beats it out for the first hit of the game for the Wolverines, and I'll bring up Maya Quick, who sacrificed her first time up. Kayla was on that one quickly enough, but just had to regrip it. And by the time she got rid of it, Ernst was through first base. And here's Quick. 221 on the season for Maya. High and inside. 1-0. Kayla Lugowski on deck, number 3 hitter for the Wolverines. There's a lot. Sharply hit ball to second, flipped it to short, safe at short. Everybody's going to be safe. Savannah Haynes with a nice play, then flipped it over to short, but the runner was going. I think we're going to have a no pitch, because I think it was an illegal pitch. Let's see. The umpire should have a microphone, at least a lapel mic, so we can tell what's going on. It's going to be a no pitch. Or they're going to say the runner left early at first base. So he had the option of taking the out or taking the play. So it looked like, I thought it was a no pitch, but then they sent the runner into the dugout, which must have meant she left early. So we have 1 ball, no strikes on the hitter. We have a runner declared out for leaving too early at first base, and we have 2 outs in the inning. So Quick now. A break there for the Beavers. That would have been a tough play, because Ernst was going to be safe at first, obviously. Pitches outside for a ball. But Haynes just, I think, reflexively just kind of flipped it over, and since the runner had that big jump, she was in there safely. 2-0 now on Maya Quick. Swing and a miss. 2-1, Maya from Roseville High School. Her sophomore season at Sierra College. Batting in the number 2 spot, she's the shortstop for Coach Taylor Martinez. 2 balls, 1 strike. Popped up out of play. 2-2. Beavers again on the road this week. Thursday, a doubleheader at Diablo Valley College down in Pleasant Hill. Back at home a week from Friday. Doubleheader against Santa Rosa Junior College. Grounded right back to the mound. Romero has it over to first for the out. So it turns out to be a good inning for the Beavers. We go to the bottom of the third. They lead at 5-0.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Told Rick, I said, this is the guy that's going to lead us out of the.
He can't even lead us out of the
He
parking
can't get
lot.
out of the parking lot.
So just moments ago, a rhubarb, a brouhaha between Mr. Reynolds, the great Jerry Reynolds, and the great Mr. Basketball. They always win.
Bottom of the third inning, it'll be Alexa Garcia leading it off for the Beavers. She swings and misses at the first pitch from Kendall Manley. She lined out to third her first time up. Savannah Haynes follows her, and then Madison Demon, 5, 6, and 7 for the Beavers. Here in the bottom of the third. Swing and miss again by Garcia, so she's quickly down 0-2. Alexa comes in at .355 with a half dozen home runs and 23 runs batted in. That's fouled out of play to our right. 0-2. The great Jamil Pugh, of course, down there taking pictures. The only guy, I think, in the world that can look at that Anthony Edwards dunk from last night and go, I could do that. He got that from me back in the day. XTG Media is Jamil's company. Fouled out of play again by Alexa. So the count remains 0-2. Sophomore from Rockland. Inside for ball, 1-2. Against Manley, a sophomore from Del Oro. So it might not be the first time these two cross paths. One and two now. Fouls it out of play once again. So stays alive at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just a single game here from Becky Rustfield. It's Beavers and the Wolverines. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. Garcia's down on strikes. That is the second strikeout for Kendall Manley. And we'll bring to the plate Savannah Haynes, who started off the second inning with a line drive single to right field. Two teams meet again on Saturday, April 20th in Rockland for a doubleheader. That will be their season series. Haynes, 235 coming in out of Casa Roble High School, the freshman. Takes that one outside and high. 1-0. Singleton scored back in the second, the third run of the game, first of the inning for the Beavers. Grunder foul on an inside pitch that she couldn't steer fair. It'll roll all the way down the left field line. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike on Savannah Haynes. Pops that one up. Oh, that would have got over the screen. That would have come right to us. And I would have moved aside and let Stones handle it, because that would mean we'd get bragging rights over Matt Pearson, and it's invaluable. 1-2 now on Savannah. Line drive into left. Is that going to get down? Yes, a nice diving try out there by Saucedo, but it's a single for Savannah Haynes, her second hit of the ball game. Hit number 6 for the Beavers. Kind of a line drive toward the end of the bat, and it dove quickly as Saucedo came in, made a real nice diving try, and kept it in front of her, basically to keep the runner Haynes at first base. But she is on with the 1 out of Madison Demon, the hitter.
First baseman, number 12, Madison Demon.
Madison sacrificed her last time up, hitting .250 on the season. Fouls that one back to the screen. She's probably regretting that one. That was a nice-looking pitch coming in. 0-1 on Madison. Elizabeth Popick to follow. Demon with 8 runs batted in on the season, just a freshman from Rio Americano. Swing and a miss off-speed pitch, a beauty by Manley, and Demon out in front. Quickly down in the count, 0-2. Beavers with 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Outside for a ball. Wolverines just mustered 1 bunt single through the first 3 innings off Bree Romero. Haynes at first, 1 out. Line drive up the middle. That's a base hit played on a hop in center field by Lugowski, but sliding in safely to second base is Savannah Haynes, as she read it perfectly, and Demon hit it very hard. 7th hit for the Beavers. 2 on, 1 out. Elizabeth Popick comes to the plate. Got a walk, scored a run back in the second inning for Elizabeth. She's hitting .333. Has 9 runs batted in. And she's got a runner in scoring position, and Savannah Haynes out at second base. Renninger playing in at third base on the left-hand hitting Popick. Elizabeth takes down low for a ball. 1-0. Outfield slightly over to the left and medium deep for Elizabeth Popick. Bailey Jones straight away in right. Lugowski in left center. Popick swings and fouls that one into the catcher's glove. 1-1. Faith Waltrip, who had a 2-run triple back in the second inning. She is on deck, the number 9 hitter. The DP for Coach Delgado and co-head coach Felix Vigil today. Swing and a miss on that one. 1-2 on Elizabeth Popick. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning, 3rd of the game for Manley. And now she's got Faith Waltrip up here with 2 outs.
14 from El Camino High School, Faith Waltrip.
Faith just a freshman. 237 coming in, picked up her RBI number 4 and 5 back in inning number 2. Her line drive to right field dropped in and then got past Jones in right field all the way to the wall. 1 ball, no strikes on Faith. Swings and hits a little slow roller, cut off by Renninger at third. Throws it to first, almost pulls first base off, but Sophie Mendoza stays on the bag, and Waltrip is retired. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the 4th. Beavers up 5-0.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed a job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Got dragged there, and I didn't. He's an actor. Oh crap! Who cares?
You got the rest of your life to be, serious. But
just tweet it out and then don't really
run
respond.
away.
No, I think it happens to some of us. Maybe it sounds a little personal to you, but
I didn't want me.
Yeah,
to
I don't
sound
know.
that
It just
way.
maybe sounds like that.
Generally,
fine.
Again, you're a very bright guy.
Yeah.
You see right into
Right
my
through
soul,
you.
my friend. Time for the fourth inning. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Wolverines against Bree Romero, Kaylee Lugowski, Kendall Manley, and Maddie Redinger. Lugowski popped out to third her first time up back in the first inning. Came in at 282. Something taken off that one is in there for a strike, 0-1. Kaylee with a pair of home runs and 9 runs driven in for the Wolverines. Take something off that one, a swing and a miss, 0-2. Lugowski out of Del Oro High School, as is the on-deck hitter Kendall Manley, both sophomores. A long fly to left field, and that ball is gone. A home run for Lugowski, her third home run of the season, and the Wolverines are on the board with their first run in conference play in 3.5 games, but it's a big blow from Lugowski, and it's now 5-1. Second hit of the day for the Wolverines, and now they have closed it to 5-1. Jessica McPartland is warming up in the bullpen for the Beavers, or for the Wolverines, number 17, the freshman from Amador. She is loosening up, as Manley's thrown a lot of pitches through 3 innings, and Lugowski gets them on the board with a shot. And here is Manley, who hit a fly ball to the warning track back in the first inning, so she almost had it out of here. Takes that one for a ball. So Lugowski had 2 off-speed pitches that she had no idea what to do with, but that one she got eventually. She knew exactly what to do with. Cleared the fence with a couple of feet to spare in left field. That fastball's in there for a strike, 1-1 on Kendall Manley, who comes in at 371. Home run for her and 9 runs batted in. There's a little off-speed pitch which is fouled off. 1-2 on Kendall Manley. The Wolverines had been shut out 3 straight conference games until that blow from Lugowski. Little loop route to short. Was going out to short left center field, but Bella Garcia said, I'm going to stay right here at shortstop and pick it out of the air for the first out. And you could tell that was a good pitch because it was a 4-digit code from the dugout and not just 3. As I said, Chris Toy, I don't think I could play this game. I am just not smart enough. Maddie Redinger, yeah, I would have to look on my wrist. I'd have a tattoo there or something. Then all of a sudden I got to add another digit there. First pitch is outside and high to Maddie. She was hit by a pitcher first time up back in the second inning, and I cast aspersions on her at the time. I said, maybe she might have stuck her hand out or something. I have no basis for that now. No one said a word, so I was wrong. I apologize, Maddie. That is outside for a ball, 2-0. I can still think that I'm right, but let's face it, softball, people are litigious over everything. They argue over anything. And no one ever said a word, so the umpire was quite emphatic, although he could have been in on the whole thing too. Line drive foul down the left field line, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. I'm watching the show on Apple about President Lincoln assassination, the manhunt for John Wilkes Booth. I'm all about conspiracies now. All about what's going on. But I'm not going to make the mistake of trying to say that, a piece of entertainment. Oh, that's how it happened. Because you make that mistake sometimes and you get all confused. 2-1. I mean, they got the basics. I'll give them that. They got the John Wilkes Booth thing. That misses outside, 3-1. Yeah, he did the thing where he jumped out and broke his leg and everything. They got that all figured out. I remember when we heard the news the next day in school. It was really, really a blow. 3-1. I was a Johnson guy anyway, so it didn't really matter to me. That is ball 4. So Maddie is on for the second time. And that'll bring up Bailey Jones, the right fielder, who struck out her first time up. Bailey, a freshman out of Wood Creek. And we're going to get a little semi-meeting at the mound for the Beavers as the home run from Lugowski, and then 1 out later we've got the walk to Maddie Redinger. And Coach is going to go out and make sure everybody is okay. Bree Romero, as we said, just making her return after she missed 4+ games in the couple of weeks ago, and she is back. Beavers had a real hard luck loss last week against Sac City, where they gave up 3 unearned runs in the top of the 7th and lost that one 6-4. And then they came back on the weekend and did the split with Folsom, in which they won the second game after dropping the first one. So Romero still pitching her 4th game back. Lugowski with the big hit, and Redinger with the base on balls, and here's Bailey Jones. Pop up shortstop. It's Garcia again on the outfield grass, and she makes the catch. So whatever Coach Felix said to her, kind of worked, at least for that pitch. I don't think he can go back out and say it again, but 2 outs. Sophia Saucedo, left fielder. Sophia hitting 179 coming in. She popped over to Madison Demon at first base her first time up. Sophia coming to us from Antelope High School, the freshman. Watches that one across the outside corner for a strike. I think the Beavers felt they weren't getting that outside corner for a couple of pitches earlier. They got it for that one. Peyton Jones, the DP, is on deck to follow Sophia Saucedo. They're back to just 3 digits now from the dugout, so it must not be that important of a pitch. Unless there's a dummy digit in there. That's probably what they're doing. So you can't figure it out. Outside for a ball. Redinger at first. 2 outs now. Lugowski opened up the top of the 4th with a pretty long home run to left field on a 2-strike count. Pop up from Manley, then the walk to Redinger, a pop up from Jones, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Sophia Saucedo. Third base coach is actually very close to the opposing dugout. They're hanging out over there, which I applauded that. Well, that's true. Good point by Chris Joy. The shade's over there. Of course, if it was 2 months from now, it would really be bad. Popped up right side. Foul ball. Devon giving chase, and Madison's not going to be able to run that one down. It bounces right in front of the dugout. So it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 now. Inside, Redinger takes off. She's going to be safe at second base. Maddie has her 2nd stolen base of the day. I was just thinking that she went last time. I'd be surprised if she didn't go this time. She went there. It was a good pitch to go on, a little bit too low. And Mackenzie Smith really couldn't get it out of the glove in time, and I think Redinger had it stolen anyway. So she puts herself in scoring position now with 2 outs. And we're even on Sophia Saucedo with 2 and 2. Swings and fouls off an off-speed pitch. Just got a little piece of that one. Stayed alive. it is kind of, if you say stayed alive or staying alive in any form, stay alive or anything like that, somebody's going to start doing John Travolta, of a certain age, that is. And I can't say that I disapprove of that. Fouled out of play. I will not say it again. I'm giving Chris Toy the chance to do his John Travolta one more time, and he still does it anyway. We have fun here at Stones Radio Networks. ARC Athletics YouTube. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Now he's going to duck down the middle. He's got a guy wide open at the 18 kid. That's Robert Freeman. And Robert's trying to make a couple of moves. He comes back to the 15. Comes down to the 10. He gets a block to the 5. Bottom of the fourth inning, 5-1 Beavers. New pitcher is Jessica McPartland for the Wolverines. Jessica, a freshman out of Amador High School, 5-7 on the season with a very impressive 2.15 ERA, 97 strikeouts, 35 walks in 88 innings, and she'll face the top of the order. She has a strike on Bella Garcia, who has tripled and popped out. Jessica making her 16th appearance. She has started 13 games for Coach Martinez, and she comes on here in the bottom of the fourth with her team trailing 5-1. Garcia hits one to the left to shortstop. Nice play out there. The throw to first base, and she is called out at first base. So Garcia's out. That's a fine play by Maya Quick at shortstop. Went to her left, threw it to first, and got the speedy Bella Garcia for the first out, and that'll bring up Riley Meyer.
Right fielder.
Meyer at 2 hits, 2 runs batted in, doubled in a run back in the first, singled in a run in the second, so she is 2 for 2. Now has 15 runs batted in on the season. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Riley came in at 355. Dropped a double into left field in the first inning and then singled to right in the second. Driving in the third run of that inning. Swinging and a miss at the fastball from McPartland. Jessica wearing number 17. Just a freshman. Meyer swings and misses again. McPartland, as we said, 97 strikeouts through 88 innings. So slightly better than 1 an inning. Hit it down the line in right field. It'll probably be foul, and it is. Giving chase is Bailey Jones. It'll stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mackenzie Smith to follow. Garcia opened the inning with the ground out to shortstop on a good play by Maya Quick. And now it's 1-2 on Riley Meyer, the freshman out of Casa Roble. Fouls that one back to the screen. Stays at 1-2. Redinger, Quick, Ernst, and Mendoza in the infield for Sierra College. Sacedo, Legowski, and Jones in the outfield, and Milani Hernandez behind the plate for McPartland. Swing and a miss. Got to run strikes. High fastball from McPartland. Picks up her first strikeout, and here's Mackenzie Smith, who struck out in the first and then walked in the second.
Catcher today, number 15, Mackenzie Smith.
Smith, a freshman out of Stagg High School, came in at .422 with 14 runs batted in and 2 home runs. Swings and misses at the fastball. Bartland throwing hard, and the Beavers taking big cuts. 0-1 on Mackenzie Smith. Fastball a little bit high. 1-1. Sierra College is 4-5 in conference play. Beavers are 3-6. Inside corner for a strike. Beavers 12-11 overall. Sierra just 8-15. 1-2 on Mackenzie Smith. Swing and a miss. Got her on strikes. Good inning for Jessica McPartland. We go to the top of the 5th. Beavers lead this one 5-1.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We love to see you.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise so you can have peace of mind. Contact us to schedule your service today.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed the job. Personally, the most rewarding part is about eating it. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Moving over into the top of the 5th inning, it is McPartland batting first, then Hernandez and Ernst. McPartland came into the game to take the place of Peyton Jones, who was the designated player. Kendall Manley is still in the batting order, so Peyton Jones goes 0 for 1 in the game, and here is Jessica McPartland to take her place. First pitch is in there for a strike, so it's 0-1. Jessica hitting .214 on the season. Fouls that one off. In just 42 at-bats. Does have 8 runs batted in. Right-handed hitter. 0-2 now on her. Bree Romero working into her 5th inning for the Beavers. Little looper into center field. Diving try, no good. Throw to first base by Garcia is a little off the bag, and beating it out is McPartland for a single. Perfectly placed blooper right there. Nice diving try by Savannah Haynes. Garcia backs her up, gets over to first. Her throw pulled Demon out first, but I think that McPartland had to beat out anyway. So Jessica is on with a single. That'll bring up Kalani Hernandez. Popped to third her first time up. Takes it inside, fastball on the corner for a strike. Honey, very close to the plate, it looks like, and she backed up off that one. And it is over the dish, 0-1. Top of the order, that's Riley Ernst on deck. Line drive center field coming on is Garcia. Diving play, made the catch. Gets up, throws it from her knees to first. Double play. What a play by Alexa Garcia in center field. The diving catch, the throw to first. Double play and quickly. There are 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Garcia threw that one from her knees in center field, but McParland, who did what I would have done, which is take off. No chance she was going to get back. So here is Riley Ernst, who was singled and walked. Had a bunt single back in the 3rd inning. Hits it sharply to second. Handled by Haynes over to first for the out. Could have been tough for the Beavers in that inning, but good defense pulls them out. They go to the bottom of the 5th. Beavers on top 5-1.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadiums. Loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
I love baking. I've been doing it my whole life. Grateful Bread was started because I needed a job. It always used to seem like bread was just an afterthought, and which was always kind of disappointing. But now, as not only people, foodies and people eating, they're expecting better quality, and people notice it, they can see it.
Got dragged there, and I did. Bottom of the 5th inning, Jessica McPartland out to throw her 2nd inning for the Wolverines. She is scheduled to face Kayla Adams, Alexa Garcia, and Savannah Haynes. Got a substitution in right field. Let's see what the change is here. Looks like Wendy Montoya has come in for Bailey Jones in right field.
Now batting number 21, Kyla Adams.
Whitney, number 4. Here's Kayla Adams. Takes the high fastball for a ball. She grounded out to first, then she grounded out off the pitcher's glove to third base, picked up by Renninger and threw her out back in the second. So Kayla, who came in at 403, is 0 for 2 so far in this one. Her first appearance against Jessica McPartland. Takes that one in there for a strike, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Adams takes outside, 2-1. Just like they always say, if you make a great play, when your team comes up, you're always on deck. I think that's the saying, and that's what Alexa Garcia is right now. Fouled off by Adams after that incredible play in center field. The catch on her knees and throw to first to double up the runner to take her pitcher, Brie Romero, out of what could have been some trouble here in the top of the 5th. 2-2 now. Adams swings and misses. Third straight strikeout for Jessica McPartland. And here is Alexa Garcia, who lined out to third in the first and struck out in the third. So she is 0 for 2 in this one. Came in at .355. Leads the Beavers with 6 home runs.
Alexa Garcia.
So McParland's come in and got the ground out on a good play by Maya Quick and then 3 strikeouts. Garcia fouls that one back. We've seen her in the second and third spot in the order. She's at number 5 today. Riley Meyer has moved up into the number 2 spot, and Riley's got a couple hits in this one. Garcia takes high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 5th from Becky Russfield. Beavers lead this one 5-1. They scored 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Wolverines came back with a home run from Kaylee Lugowski in the top of the 4th to score their first run in 4 conference games. Nice hold up there by Garcia. Puts her ahead in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Savannah Haynes on deck with a couple of hits to her credit in this one. McPartland delivers the fastball outside. So it's 3-1 on Alexa Garcia. Beavers Coach Delgado as co-head coach Felix Vigil would all like to very dearly put up a couple of insurance runs in this one. That is ball 4. First base runner off Jessica McPartland is a base on balls, and Garcia at first. And here is Savannah Haynes, who singled in the second and then singled again in the third. Freshman out of Castle Roble, hitting the number 6 spot. Madison Demon to follow. One out here in the 5th. That's popped up out of play. Let's see if Alexa Garcia is taken off from first base. Looks like she had a mind to. McPartland brings it to the plate pretty quickly, though. It would give Hernandez a good chance to get it in time to make a throw. 0-1 now on Savannah. A tie outside, it gets off the glove, and Garcia is going to go down to second base. So now she is in scoring position. Beavers try to answer that run the Wolverines got back in the 4th inning with one of their own here in the 5th. 1-1 on Savannah. Popped it up, out of play again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield pretty much medium deep. Slightly over into left center is Lugowski. Sacedo is medium deep in left and straight away. Same in right for Montoya. Held off on a high fastball, even to count at 2-2 on Savannah. Outside, 3-2. Managing to hold off on some of those fastballs are the Beavers. And got the walk for Garcia, and now a 3-ball, 2-strike count on Savannah Haynes. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout for Jessica McPartland, and with 2 outs, that'll bring up Madison Demon, who sacrificed and singled.
Number 12, Madison Demon.
Madison is 1 for 2 today. Had a line drive single right back up the middle her last time up. That was against Kendall Manley. Swings and fouls that one in the catcher's glove. 0-1. 4 strikeouts, a ground out, and a walk for Jessica McPartland since she entered in the bottom of the 4th. Demon hits a line drive down the first base line, scooped up. A nice play by Mendoza over there for the out. So no runs, a runner left. We go to the top of the 6th. The Beavers 5, Wolverines 1.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Told Rick, I said, this is the guy that's going to lead us out of the.
He can't even lead us out of the
He
parking
can't get
lot.
out of the parking lot.
So we just moments ago, a rhubarb, a brouhaha between Mr. Reynolds, the great Jerry Reynolds, and the great Mr. Basketball.
They always wear
He
something
dresses different. He has his suit on and stuff.
So, so it's like, hey, fans, I'm different.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the man.
Well,
See, so.
yeah.
Moving along into the top of the sixth inning at Becky Russ Field, it'll be Maya Quick, it'll be Kaylee Legowski, it'll be Kendall Manley. 2, 3, and 4 for the Wolverines against Bree Romero. Line drive into left field. That's a clean base hit by Maya Quick. Quickly got in by Popick, but Quick is at first base with her first hit of the day. She is now 1 for 2. That's 4 hits for the Wolverines. And here's Legowski, who had the longest hit for the Wolverines, a home run back in the fourth inning, which went about, I'm going to say conservatively, 220 feet to left field. She popped up her first time, so Kelly 1 for 2, picked up her third home run, her 10th run batted in of the season back in that fourth inning. Off-speed pitch is on the outside corner for a strike 0-1. Kendall Manley to follow, who put one to the warning track back in the first inning. Oh, 1 pitch. Legowski swings and misses. This is what happened last time. A couple off-speed pitchers got her in the hole, but then she came through with the big hit. Swing and a miss, got her on strikes.
Now batting number 25, Kendall Manley.
So here's Kendall Manley. She flied to left. She's popped to short. Big strikeout right there of Legowski for Bree Romero. 1 out here in the sixth. She said Manley's fly to left field was on the warning track. She fakes the bunt, picks it up, pulls the bat back, and it's outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Maddie Renninger on deck. One out, 1 on here in the sixth inning. High and outside. Throw back to first base is coming off is Maya Quick, but she is back ahead of the throw, so it's 2-0 on Manley. Sophomore from Del Oro High School. Came in at 371. Has a home run, has 9 runs batted in. There goes the runner, the throw to second, and there's nobody covering. Kind of ball went to the second base side, but Garcia was covering from shortstop, so a stolen base for Quick. She's in scoring position now. The pitch was outside for a ball, so it's 3-0. Romero getting her pitch called from the dugout. 3-2 pitches in there for a strike, and off-speed pitch on the outside corner. 3 balls now in, 1 strike. Manley takes down low for a ball. And she'll go down to first base with the base on balls. First and second now.
Now batting number 22, Maddie Redinger.
That's the 4th free pass, 3 walks, and a hit batter for Romero in this one. Here's Redinger, who's been hit by a pitch and walked, so she has no official at bat. A 300 hitter with 5 runs batted in. We're going to have a meeting at the mound. We'll step away for just a second. Top of the 6th, 2 on, 1 out. Beavers lead 5-1.
I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Telling. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Everybody's done talking. We are ready to play some more softball. 2 on, 1 out here in the 6th. Maddie Renninger. No official appearances at the plate for Maddie so far in this one. Takes that one for a strike. Sophomore from Oakmont High School. Whitney Montoya, who came in the 5th inning and went to left field. Saucedo moved from left to right, so Whitney is on deck. Just a little bit low, 1-1. That's chopped foul out of play to our right, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Renninger. Beavers with all 5 of their runs in the first 2 innings. Wolverines got their lone run in the 4th on the home run by Lugowski. They have threatened the last couple of innings. They have 2 on. Beavers had a great defensive play by Alexa Garcia in the 5th to shut down the rally with a double play. But 2 on and just 1 out here in the 6th. Popped up. Haynes goes out. She's going to reach up and make the catch. Nice play by Savannah Haynes. She got into no man's land out there as coming quickly were Garcia and Meyer, but I don't think they would have gotten there. But Haynes got out there to make the play. 2 outs. Here's Whitney Montoya coming up for her first at bat of the day. Hitting 190 on the season. 8 hits, 42 at bats. 3 runs batted in for the left-hand hitter. Whitney comes to us from Ponderosa High School. Hits it sharply but foul down the third baseline as one of the canines that's populating the Becky Rust bleachers. Just kind of moving in front, kind of like a chocolate doodle. Her French poodle, chocolate French poodle, which sounds delectable actually. I think I had that at Starbucks once. 0-1. On Whitney Montoya. Had a couple other canines, but I think they've taken off. Gone probably over to the baseball game. Maybe more sun over there or something. That's low and outside, 1-1. Montoya, her first appearance, Bailey Jones was 0 for 2 while she was in there. Takes it outside and low again. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sophia Saucedo, the right fielder, on deck. Line drive in a short center field. That's down for a base hit. 1 run will score. The throw plate's going to come all the way through, but it's too late. It's a single for Montoya. It's now a 5-2 ball game as Quick comes across with the second run of the game. Staying at second base is Manley. Montoya comes through with the RBI. It's now 5-2, and here's Sophia Saucedo, who has popped out and grounded out in her first 2 appearances here today. Freshman from Antelope up here with 2 on, 1 run in. 5th hit of the day for the Wolverines. Montoya put that one perfectly placed out into short left center field. That is in there for a strike on 1. Jessica McPartland, the new pitcher, on deck. Took something off that one, and it is outside, 1-1. Manley at second. At first base is Montoya. Big out right here, obviously, for Romero. Little blooper in the short center field. That's in there again. Garcia's going to come up, and they're going to hold Manley at third base. But it's another hit for the Wolverines. They're third of the inning, sixth of the game. Manley at third. At second now is Montoya. The base is loaded for McPartland, who singled her first time up in her first at bat back in the fifth inning.
Number 17, Jessica McPartland.
So perfect placement by the Wolverines in the last two hits by Montoya and Saucedo. Now they have the bases loaded, the potential go-ahead run at the plate in McPartland. Takes outside for a ball, 1-0. Kehlani Hernandez, the catcher, the number 9 hitter. That is too high, 2-0. Chocolate French Poodle is back. That's good news. Hopefully bringing luck to the Beavers. Outfield, straight away and deep for McPartland. Takes ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Wolverines have scored once in the inning. They have the bases loaded and a 3-0 count on McPartland. As Mackenzie Smith's going to go out and talk to Bree Romero. Bree 10-6 on the season. 2.85 ERA. Just trying to catch your breath out there, I think. Take a break. Hernandez, who lined out to center field, is on deck. She lined out her last time up. Right down the middle, strike 1. The code on that was 1-2-3, so 1-2-3 must mean throw it right down the middle. So I have broken the code. I'm like one of those guys in a cipher. I'm like a cipher breaker, like in the Second World War. They didn't have cell phones. 3-1 pitch is fouled off, and now we're at 3-2 with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the 6th. Wolverines have scored once. The RBI single to Whitney Montoya. Line to right field. Meyer has a beat on it, makes the catch. So Bree Romero comes all the way back and gets McPartland to line out to right field. 1 run, 3 hits, 3 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Beavers still on top, 5-2.
Hi, I'm Monica from Ace Body Shop in Towing. We are a family-oriented business. We've been in business for over 30 years. We are located downtown Lincoln at 333 Lincoln Boulevard in Lincoln, California. We do automotive repair and 24-hour towing. Our phone number is 916-645-2859, or you can find us on the web.
Here at Super Taco, we specialize in authentic Mexican food. One of the reasons we are different from other places is that we make everything from scratch. You get a great value when you come here, large portions and quality food. Our most popular dishes are many different kind of tacos. We have giant burritos, different kinds of enchiladas, and the fajita. If you're ready for real Mexican food, stop in at a Super Taco. We'd love to see you.
Pass flung on and missed. He got him on strikes at 86, the off-speeder. Bruno strikes out the... He's going to look that way. Bottom of the 6th, Beavers lead at 5-2. Popick, Waltrip, and Garcia 8-9-1 against Jessamine Partland, who has been very impressive since coming in the 5th, or in the 4th. Swing and a miss by Popick. She has struck out 4, allowed just 1 base runner. That was a walk to Alexa Garcia back in the 5th inning. So Topic has walked and scored in the 2nd, then struck out in the 3rd. Lets that one go by. It's high. 1 ball in, 1 strike. Watches that one on the outside corner, called a strike. So it's 1-2 on Elizabeth Popick, the freshman from Wood Creek High School, which I think we determined were the Timberwolves at some point. Very classy. Line into left field. That is going to get down for the base hit. Perfectly placed by Elizabeth Popick. And she's got her first hit of the day. First hit for the Beavers off Jessica McPartland. 8th hit for the Beavers overall. And here's Faith Waltrip, who had a big hit, a 2-run triple back in the second inning. Let's see if the coaching tree of the Beavers will have her putting it down, as coming in as Redinger at third base. Waltrip grounded to third back in the third. She is looking to put it down. The ball's too low. 1 ball and no strikes. Redinger was way up at third base. One and 0 on Faith Waltrip, freshman from El Camino. Takes it in. Takes a strike inside corner, and she had to take it and did the frozen look. That's why I'm glad I never had daughters, because when they give you that look, you do whatever. Yeah, okay. They just look at you like, what? Well, I think that's the warning. Stones McCoy, the PA announcer today, there's the warning issued to the first base coach. I assume for saying, why did you call that a strike? It wasn't. Okay, well, I've got to go ahead and salute him on that. I would have taken the warning for him if that's possible. Bring it on up here. 1-1. However, it shakes out against Faith Waltrip here. She bunts it right back, picked up by Redinger. She's got to go to first. Great job by Faith Waltrip to move Popick down to second base. And here's Bella Garcia with a chance to put another run up here for the Beavers. Bella at .420 on the season. Tripled in the first inning, then popped out to shortstop and grounded out to shortstop on a very close play at first base. Bella with 4 runs batted in on the season takes a ball. Popick at second, 1 out. Redinger up pretty close at third base. Also up is Mendoza at first. Garcia takes outside, 2-0. Riley Meyer to follow. Garcia was the first hitter that McPartland faced back in the bottom of the 4th inning. Hit a grounder up the middle. Maya Quick made an excellent play on it. Threw her out at first base by a whisker. Outside again, ball 3. 3-0 on Bella. Joe's bunt, pulls it back. It's called a strike, so it's 3-1 on Bella Garcia. I will someday do a deep study on the percentage chance of being called a strike after you fake a bunt. I think it's 27%. That's how much it's elevated. Swings and fouls that one at the plate. Got a good cut at that one, did Bella, but it's a full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sophomore from Rockland High School, Bella Garcia. Was having a great season last year in the freshman season and had an arm injury and had to miss most of the second half of the season. So just lucky to have her back in the lineup. 3-2 now. Takes the ball 4. So Garcia goes down to first. Second walk issued by Jessica McPartland, and that'll put up Riley Meyer, who doubled in a run in the first, singled in a run in the second, and then struck out against McPartland in the 4th. So Riley is 2 for 3. It's got the RBI total up to 15 with 3 home runs on the season. She's got 2 on and 1 out here in the 6th. Outside for ball. 1-0. Mackenzie Smith, the catcher, on deck. Kendall Manley went the first 3 innings for the Wolverines. McPartland came on in the 4th. Manley 7 hits and 5 runs allowed. Inside corner for a strike. 1-1. Swung and fouled off a high fastball. Put her behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Popick at second, Bella Garcia over at first for ARC. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. High and outside. Beavers on the road on Thursday down to Diablo Valley. Take on the Vikings in a noon and 2 o'clock doubleheader. Don't return here until next Friday for a doubleheader against Santa Rosa. Inside corner, call strike 3. So Meyer is out on strikes. That is the 5th strikeout from McPartland, and that'll bring up Mackenzie Smith, who struck out twice and walked in this one.
Your catcher, number 15, Mackenzie Smith.
Mackenzie steps in with now 2 outs and 2 on. Takes a high fastball, 1-0. Kayla Adams on deck, hoping to get her chance here in the bottom of the 6th. Outfield, medium deep for Mackenzie Smith. Nagowski slightly into left center. McKenzie takes that one right in there for a strike, 1-1. McPartland hitting that inside corner pretty well this inning. She is even in the count of Mackenzie Smith. McKenzie takes that one high and outside. She's been aggressive swinging all season long, has Mackenzie Smith, and she looks aggressive up there again. I mean, even to the point of rolling up her sleeves. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you say that for this Chris Toy, but thank you. Inside again. And there goes the runner at second, going to third, and the ball's misplayed, and both runners will end up advancing. Popick went into third base. It didn't look like it was guaranteed that she would make it, but she gets over to third base, and Garcia waits until she sees what happens at third. Then she goes into second, and she is in scoring position as well. As Mackenzie Smith now with 3 balls and 1 strike. Line drive up the middle. That's a base hit. 1 run in. Scooped up in center by Legowski. Here comes the throw to the plate. Short hop. A tag is made at home, and Garcia is out. But a big run right there as Popick scores on the single from Mackenzie Smith. We go to the top of the 7th. Beavers on top. Now 6-2.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Told Rick, I said, this is the guy that's going to lead us out of the.
He can't even lead us out of the
He
parking
can't get out of the parking lot.
So we just moments ago, a rhubarb, a brouhaha between Mr. Reynolds, the great Jerry Reynolds, and the great Mr. Basketball.
They always wear
He
something
dresses
different.
He has his suit on and stuff.
So it's like, hey, fans, I'm different.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the man.
Well,
see, so.
yeah.
Top of the 7th inning from Becky Russ Field on the campus of American River College in lovely Sacramento, California. Mark the Panamo here with you. Chris Toy running the show. Stones McCoy on the PA. And Kaylani Hernandez coming to the plate. She has popped to third and lined out to center field so far against Bria Romero in this one. High for a ball. Beavers up top 6-2. They got the RBI single by Mackenzie Smith in the bottom of the 6th for that 6th run before Garcia was thrown out by Lugowski at home plate. Nifty scoop by Hernandez to apply the tag. Inside again, 2-0. Top of the order to follow, Riley Ernst and then Maya Quick. So it's 9-1-2 slated for the Wolverines. Beavers trying to improve their record in conference to 4-6. There's a strike and drop the Wolverines to likewise to 4-6. Just a little bit over a third of the way through the Big 8 conference season. Beavers trying to win their second straight game after taking the second one against Folsom Lake over the weekend. Popped out of play to our right. 2-2. Kayla Adams at third, Bella Garcia at shortstop. It's Savannah Haynes at second, Madison Demon at first, Riley Meyer in right, Alexa Garcia in center, Elizabeth Popick out in left, Kenzie Smith behind the plate, and Bria Romero on the mound looking for win number 11 on the season against just 6 losses. 2-2 pitch is hit well into center field. Garcia coming in, going out as Haynes. It's out of her glove and safe. Just like she had to make it to play earlier last inning and made a good play. That time she couldn't get back in time, and reaching base is Hernandez. And here comes Riley Ernst. So the Wolverines get a little bit of luck there. They get themselves a base runner to open the top of the 7th. Might have been a problem with the sun as well for Savannah as she went back on that one. Ernst has walked, singled, and grounded to second. Takes a strike right there. It's 0-1 on Riley. Sophomore from Rio Americano. Maya Quick on deck, and then Kaylee Lugowski. High fly to center coming on is Garcia. She's going to get it in her tracks to make the play. So big first out there for the Beavers. That'll bring up Maya Quick. She has sacrificed, grounded out, and singled. So she is 1 for 2 in this one. 221 coming in for the sophomore from Roseville. Up close at third base is Adams. Line drive over the shortstop's head and left center field base hit. Nice job by Garcia to cut that one off. But her throw to second is not in time to get the runner. So Quick with her second hit. First and second now for the Wolverines here. And that'll bring up Keely Lugowski, who has popped to third and struck out, but she's also hit a home run over the left field fence. So she is 1 for 3. 3 home runs on the season now. 10 runs batted in for Kaylee. Romero's been trying to hit her with the off speed. Let's see. Off speed there is fouled off. 0-1. Kaylee, a sophomore from Del Oro, as is the on-deck hitter, Kendall Manley. So Wolverines doing a good job of turning the order over and getting it to their big hitters here with a couple runners on base, as Hernandez and Quick have both singled here in the 7th. Took something off. That missed the outside corner. 8 hits so far for the Wolverines in this one. Their runs in the 4th and in the 6th. Beavers with 2 in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the bottom of the 6th on the single from Mackenzie Smith. Just misses outside, so it's 2-1. Tying run is not at the plate, is in the on-deck circle, the potential one anyway. Beavers hoping not to bring that run to the plate here in the top of the 7th inning. Check swing, and it's high and outside. 3-1 on Lugowski. Outfield deep and pretty much straight away for Lugowski. A little bit shallower in right field with Riley Meyer. That's a little line drive. That's into right field for a base hit. Meyer comes up on it. He's going to hold the runners. As the throw comes into the plate, it's a single for Lugowski, 3rd hit of the inning, and loads the bases for Kendall Manley, who hit one to the warning track back in the 1st inning. She has flied to left, she has popped down, she has walked. A little bit off the end of the bat there for Lugowski, but she put it in a perfect spot. Had a lot of hits like that in this game on both sides. Beavers are going to talk about it as the potential tying run is at the plate here with the score 6-2 in the top of the 7th. Maddie Renninger on deck for the Wolverines, but it's all about Kendall Manley right here. Kendall .371 coming in with a home run and 9 runs batted in. 0 for 2 with the base on balls today. First pitch misses outside. It's 1-0 on Manley. It would get confusing if the base coach is giving 3-digit codes to the batter and the pitching coach is doing the same to the pitcher. It gets a little bit confusing out there. That is down low off speed pitch, so it's quickly 2-0 on Kendall Manley. That's in there for a strike. Another off-speed pitch, 2-1, and Manley looked like she was taking all the way, which probably was good in this case for the Beavers. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Kendall. One out here in the 7th inning. Hit sharply to shortstop. Garcia is going to go to first for the out, and that's what the Beavers want, is outs as a run scores. Coming across the plate is Hernandez. Manley grounds to short, but she does get the RBI. Quick goes to third. Lugowski to second. It's now 6-3, and the potential tying run is now Maddie Renninger, the third baseman, who has been hit by a pitch, walked and popped to second. Garcia, to her credit, did not think about going anywhere else. He just knows they needed the out, and that's probably what they discussed in that mound conference. Renninger takes outside for a ball. Whitney Montoya on deck. 2 outs, 2 on. It's a 6-3 ball game for the Beavers. Wolverines have waken up here in the second half of the game. They scored 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th, and 1 here in the 7th. Renninger takes a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, they are straight away and pretty deep for Renninger, especially Popik in left and Garcia in center. Lugowski at second, Quick at third. The pitch is just a little bit outside. 2-1. That's a corner that's been in contention much of the game. And that time the Beavers thought they'd hit it, and they did not, so it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Maddie Renninger, a sophomore out of Oakmont High School. Oh for 1 so far here today. Line drive foul down the left field line, and not foul by much. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 on Maddie. Romero checks her wristband for the play call or the pitch call. Swing on and missed. He struck her out, and that's your ball game. The Beavers give up 1 in the 7th, but it's not enough for Sierra College. Your final score, American River 6, Sierra College 3. Bree Romero gets the win. She is now 11-6 on the season. 5 runs in the first 2 innings, the key for the Beavers. They pick up that 4th conference win and 2nd in a row. They're now 4-6 in conference, 13-11 on the season. Wolverines fall to 8-16 on the season and 4-6 in conference as well. We will again be back here next Tuesday when we do baseball, 2 o'clock on Stones Radio Networks and ARC Athletics YouTube. The Beavers softball team will be on the road for a couple weeks. We're back a week from Friday, a doubleheader against Santa Rosa.